Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm doing spark plugs on 2017 Acura RDX. It's a 3.5 liter V6. I think it's J35 is the code. Anyway, pretty straightforward. It's coil on plug design. First thing you're gonna do is remove the connectors on the coils. Obviously take off the engine cover. And basically all you gotta do is push down right here and then pull it off. It might be helpful to use a screwdriver to help pry it. This one I already started, so push down and pop it off like so. Sometimes it helps to push the connector down a little bit just to disengage the teeth, and then you can push up until you see it pop up, and then pry it up a little bit. Very gently, you don't want to break these. There we go. Off. Same thing in the back, they're just a little bit harder to get to. Okay, once you got those connectors off, it is a 10 mil to take the coils off. Use a combination of an extension to get these off. Okay, so once you got those 10 mil bolts, you can just pull the coil out. Just give it a little wiggle back and forth and it should pop right out really easily. Good idea to take a little look at the coil once you've got it out. See if there's a lot of oil in it. If there's oil, it could be indication of a bad head gasket or bad rings, but it looks super dry. And then just keep track of the orientation of these. So I like to put them on the engine in the order that they're coming out. You know, it shouldn't really matter, but it's not a bad idea. Okay, all the coils are out, all look good. Never a bad idea to put a little bit of dielectric grease into the coil on the end of the spark plug when you're putting them back in. However, I'm all out, so do as I say and not as I do. Okay, so now we're gonna take out the plugs. We're gonna use our 5/8 spark plug socket. It's got the little O-ring in there that helps hold the spark plugs and take them out. Use a combination of extensions to reach these, but they're all pretty easy to get at. Okay, good idea just to take a look at the spark plugs when you take them out. See if there's any oil on them. Just take a look at the electrodes. Looks pretty good. Okay, so all the spark plugs are out. Believe it or not, the three in the back are actually easier to get to because I could use a long extension. I could actually get my ratchet back there to get them out. There were champions in there, which there's no chance that these are factory. I'd be shocked. I believe factory is NGKs, which is what I'm replacing with. These are NGK iridiums. There's your part number. You can get these any local parts store, Lordco, Canadian Tire, Amazon. I got these from Rock Auto. I would recommend ordering from them, rockauto.com. They're a wholesaler out of the States, and they were drastically cheaper there than pretty much anywhere else. All the spark plugs look good, no oil. These new ones are pre-gapped. Take a look at them. And these are the OEM replacement ones. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to put a little bit of anti-seize on here, a high temp anti-seize. I'll see if I have any. Yeah, so I do have some high temp anti-seize here. This is good for up to 1150 degrees Celsius. It's the gray stuff. So I'll just put a tiny bit on the threads of these before they go in. As far as torque specs on these, 15 foot-pounds is a good place to start. I wouldn't go past that. If you don't have a torque wrench, that's fine. Really, all you're looking to do is to compress this gasket a little bit so you'll feel it bottom out, and then it'll be metal on metal. The gasket will be compressed and it just won't want to go any tighter. So they do not need to be super tight. 15 foot-pounds is not a lot. So let's go. So to put them back in, we're going to be using that same 5/8 socket. It's got that little rubber washer in there, which makes it super easy to go in. Okay, all the new spark plugs are in. Just a tip that I forgot to mention. I actually just like to use a normal 5/8 socket, deep socket, when putting them back in, because if your extension doesn't lock in place, this socket's going to want to pop off on the new spark plug, depending on how tight that rubber seal is. Now you can grease up the seal as well, that helps a bit. And if you have a locking extension, obviously it's not a problem. But with mine, it just kept popping off in there. So I use a normal 5/8. Obviously it's not going to hold it to put it in, but you can just drop the plugs in and then be very careful threading it to make sure you don't cross thread, and then you can still torque it as per usual. So yeah, next step, plugs are in. We'll put the coils back in, do them in the same orientation that you took them out. And they just slide in place. Move the clips out of the way, and it should push onto place. Yeah, this is not necessarily a pop when you put them on there. These ones were pretty loose, which might mean that the coils need to be done soon, but we'll see. It should just push on. Yeah. And then the 10 mil bolt holds them in place. It's just a rubber seal to keep the elements out of there. There we go. Last but not least, our 10 mil bolts to hold the, well, not last, sorry. Our 10 mil bolts to hold the coils in, and then we will reconnect the coils, and then we're done. These ones, no need to torque these down to spec. I'm sure there is a spec if someone has the factory manual. These aren't holding anything. You just want to make sure that it's just holding the coil in place, but the tension, you're squeezing a piece of plastic. Does not need to be torqued. Okay, last thing, coils are on, tighten down. Last thing is to put the connectors on. Super simple. Just pop them until you hear a little click, and then you're done. Hear that? Boom. Then put your engine cover back on, and you're done. Now, I'm doing this as part of the 100,000 mile, 160,000 kilometer on this car. I just did the timing belt, water pump, serpentine belt, all that stuff. I have another video of that if you're interested. That's all part of that service. But spark plugs are super easy. I'm sure they've been done before, but that is part of the 100,000 mile service. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take it easy.